all jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, this and that for life. I'm always for life, nigga, this a blood oath. Hey, yo, Mother Ra, here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, in the curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind field. Hey, they said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like Van Pelt. But ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. You take that oath, it's a Dundee. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times and it's death do us part. Look. So how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name. So you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing. Ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it. I pity those watching life as it goes by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's sold out on. Either fold or salute, my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. Now I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah.
Whole ground in these streets. Roll around the city with the pound when it's bleed. I done made this my last stand. But I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. I stood 10 toes down in these streets. Whole ground in these streets. Roll around the city with the pound when it's bleed. That's right. I done made this my last stand. But I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. Yeah. I ain't no ordinary man. I'm something that you might never see again. I never was the tallest, never was the strongest. I just held the record for being real the longest. Niggas know they feeling what I spill at my performance. Shitting on these haters, yellow belly like it's jaundice. You know I be on it, know I keep my bomb lit. Ready just to drop it on you fuckers on some calm shit. Don't doubt the ability, get down in the field with me. Watch how I be flipping on rappers, check the agility, how real it be. I was always taught it's either kill or be killed. When you die, leave your will like Uncle Phil, nigga, chill. I done popped up out the Matrix, I ain't had to pop no pill. Raised up in them Philly streets, with them gangsters pop that still. I've been down with UPK, whether broke or at a mill. All I care for is my team. I don't care about no dick. Cause I ain't choose this life, it chose me. That ain't a secret, made an oath to give my soul peace. And I'm gonna keep it, climb the mountain, set my goals steep. And I'm gonna reach it, so I'm up all night with no sleep. Nightmares of demons, saw my first fiend OD. That shallow breathing kinda fucked me up low key. But I don't speak it till I die. I promise not a tear fall from my eye. Go to war, this my battle cry. Tell them why.
I stood 10 toes down in these streets, whole ground in these streets. Roll around the city with the pound in his beat. I'd have made this my last stand, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. I stood 10 toes down in these streets, whole ground in these streets. That's right, roll around the city with the pound in his beat. I'd have made this my last stand, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. Yeah.
I'm so ahead of my time, but the flow is ancient. Tell them show some respect, watch what you put my name in. We are nothing to be fucked with, them boys is dangerous. Make it hard for your team like them boys is tanking. Arm extended with the pound like you left me hanging. And beef got well done, nigga, we filleted it. Cause I held ground like I copped some acres. And they don't really want no smokers like they puffin' vapors. When I take ground, we 6 deep in your space. Ready to wreck on what? You take ground, it's a ditch. With 6 niggas picking your casket up. Don't pass this up. They say they built different, but these niggas bounty tough. When it's beef, I rode around with the pounders tough. Coming for the crown, get rid of the bullshit. That's a rule you flush. No matter how many people or weapons, you can't war with us. I done held ground for so long, it ain't no rooting up. Long as my niggas know I'm nice, you ain't got a root for us.
I stood 10 toes down in these streets, whole ground in these streets. Roll around the city with the pound in his beat. I'd have made this my last stand, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. I stood 10 toes down in these streets, whole ground in these streets. Roll around the city with the pound in his beat. I'd have made this my last stand, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. Yeah.
I was made to withstand any weapon form. They know a nigga sick, but it ain't no antiseptic form. Nigga, I'm dependable. Move like I'm in Desert Storm. Politic with generals, so I know how to move when the pressure on. Only the worthy will receive mercy. Real soldiers cry loud like a nurse. Son of the power, you became birth. Revenge in my bag, nigga, it's our anniversary. They tell us heaven limited, but hell is plentiful. I'm ready to hunt these devils down like the Sentinels. Put them all in chains by the millions. Difference between you and me, I'm a soldier, you a civilian. You became, we took the lead to end black oppression. But I do not attack, I just match aggression. This soldier life for me, wouldn't trade it for another. The Lord and my brothers, the only thing above my bread and butter. I bring that bass like a subwoofer, leave them shook up. They say life's a bitch, I say you should've never took her. The leaders hookers, me and Ty Wolf ride around with the pound, ready to put the beef in the pressure. I stood 10 toes down in these streets, whole ground in these streets. Roll around the city with the pound in his beat. I'd have made this my last stand, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. I stood 10 toes down in the streets, whole ground in the streets. Roll around the city with the pound in his beat. I'd have made this my last stand, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier. The last stand of a soldier. Yeah.
How you doing, that?
Hey, clap it up. Clap it up, clap it up. Hey, I'm good with Tawab. I'm not. You sure it's not too far? I don't think that's right.
That's perfect.
It's perfect.
Okay.
All right. Hey, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shem Alathan by Shem Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. We're the Isupk. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. We've been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the truth of the Bible since 1969, and the truth about these pagan holidays. You know what I mean? Because you know one of them days is coming up tomorrow, and it's Valentine's Day. Is the day of love. You know what I mean? It's the day of love and hugs and kisses, and everybody get married, literally. You know, I'm talking about get married, and what happens a couple days later? They don't even like the person no more. It's just a myth and the days of being in love and being loved. You know what I mean? Being loved by someone. Who don't want to be loved by somebody? You know what I mean? Who don't want to be loved by somebody? Here in ISUPK, our love is every day. You feel me? I love on my brothers every day. My brothers love on me every day. Right? Give me 1 John 5:3. Yeah, let's see what love is about. You know, tomorrow I gotta do like the Christian pastor, because love. I'm sure on Sunday, I'm sure yesterday, boy, it was a whole bunch of Christian pastors talking about, and love is the reason for the season. That is why we're here, because love can conquer all. Yeah, and all that extra stuff while he's sleeping with everybody with the brothers' wives in the everybody that's in the pulpit. He's sleeping with all the brothers' wives, all the deacons, and you know, talking about all that weird, nasty nonsense that the Christian church okays. You feel me? Yeah.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God.
Right. For this is the love of God, right? Everybody want to love, but this is how you love God, and this is how you love your brother, and this is how you love your sister. This is how you love the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is how you love your people. Go ahead.
That we keep his commandments.
That we do what?
That we keep his commandments.
That's how you love your brother. You love your brother, you'll make sure your brother's not sinning. If you love God, you'll make sure you're not sinning. You love Christ, you'll make sure you're not sinning. You think what I'm saying? If you love your people, you'll make sure your people is not sinning. And you won't do anything to help them sin. That's how you love things. You feel? That's how you love someone. You dig what I'm saying? It's not always about the flowers, the candies, you dig what I'm saying? That's not love. Cause you give some, let me go on. Cause you give somebody some flowers a day of the year, a card that says "Be my Valentine." You dig what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Capiar? That's not love, man. Oh, Salakia. Why don't you love the Lord? Why don't you love your brothers and your sisters like the Bible say do it? You dig what I'm saying? That's love, right? No, but you know what? Nobody believes it. What's up?
Oh no, you said no love.
Yeah, but nobody believes the Bible. That's the problem. Nobody believes in God. Everybody can say, "Oh yeah, I love God and this God and that God," but as soon as we say bring something out of the Bible that they don't agree with, well, you know, the Bible's been tampered with. You know what I mean? It just so happened when the whole world, right? When the whole world was when the whole world was believing that Christ was a white man, right? You feel me? And then we bring out that he's not a white man. He's a black man from the tribe of Judah, and he got to do this and this stipulation and that stipulation. Now the Bible's been tampered with. The Bible wasn't tampered with when you were celebrating Christmas and eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster in the Christian church. The Bible wasn't tampered with then. You dig what I'm saying? That's it, and that's the crazy part about it. Give me Exodus 20. Where it says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." We just gonna get some scriptures out the way. Then we're gonna get some history. Then we're gonna go back to the scriptures. You know what I'm saying?
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
No. God said that you should keep your wife as a god and worship her on Valentine's Day.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
What about cute little Cupid, the baby Cupid, cute little Cupid, right? The Lord said you should keep him before him, but keep Cupid before the Lord.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Right. What about tearing fire to a whore? You feel me? What about loving all these different holidays that the white man set up?
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Why? Keep going.
Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Right, because that's what that heart is, right? That heart, that shaped heart. I was in the store yesterday, the grocery store, right? And I'm looking around and everybody's running and trying to buy what do you call it? Flowers and the candy with the heart candies with the chocolates all in them. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody's buying those and Valentine's Day's cards. And I'm like, I forget. You know what I'm talking You know what I mean? I'll forget that it's Valentine's Day today. For tomorrow. I said, oh snap. I said, Valentine's Day is coming up. I said, yeah, I've been waiting on this day. You know what I'm talking about? Not to give somebody no presents or anything like that. But I've been waiting on this day to destroy it. You dig what I'm saying? I've been waiting on this day to put away all the myths and all the understandings and the lies about it. What's up, Art?
Also, we were driving earlier and you saw like all these people, with the booths outside.
Yeah.
You're trying to sell this all Valentine's stuff. It really matters.
Them people probably don't even believe in Valentine's Day either. But it's just like drugs. Around that time, hey, sell it. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Whatever I got, sell it. You know what I'm talking about? Drugs. It's just better than drugs around right now. You dig what I'm saying? Because all the brothers is out buying candies and flowers and all this to give to several different women. You feel me? So he can get boxed from all of them. You feel me? And even the women that have husbands, they're looking for gifts and candies and flowers from every man. You feel me? That's not their husband. You feel me? Because they know they know that husband's locked down. That husband is gonna give them a gift or whatever they want for Valentine's Day, right? But what about the brother Rashid from up the block? He ain't worried about you, but he is gonna worry about you on Valentine's Day to get that box. You dig what I'm saying? And that's really what it's all. That's really what it's all about. It's all about box and hoes. I don't want to, Horace. You know what I mean? Give me that article about the heart. It says history heart shaped. Yeah. Can you give me that first? You got those pictures of about the heart shaped breast and heart shaped bottoms? Okay.
Heart-shaped breast and heart-shaped bottoms?
Yeah, man, because if you turn them upside down, you know what I mean, it's like a bottom, a woman bent over. Then if you turn them, you know what I'm talking about, look at it right side, like upside down, the heart look like breast. Big breast and the big butt. It don't look like a little butt and little breast. It look like a big breast and a big butt. No, it still look like jiggles. My bad. I would, you know what I mean? But that's what that's because if you look at it, if your heart, right? Does your heart look like that? No, your heart don't look like that. Your heart look like a pine cone. You feel me? So why does that have to be a heart? You know what I'm talking about? It is put in your spirit, but I want to say it. You know what I'm talking about? But I can't say it. You feel me? Do you have the article?
No, not yet. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this one up there.
I sent it to you, Art.
How much is it on the phone?
But yeah, back in the Roman times, that right there, that symbol, that heart symbol, that was letting everybody know that box was sold here.
So you said the history of the heart shape?
Yeah. That was letting everybody know that that bottoms was sold here, that butt was sold here. You dig what I'm saying? You understand that? It was letting everybody know that was a brothel. And then they had the barbershop sign? The barbershop sign, the red, the white, the blue, the little I forgot what it's called, the little spiral thing.
Oh, okay.
The red, the white, and the blue. So back in Roman times, there were certain places that was only certain demographics can go to. The red was the soldiers, right? You feel me? The blue was like the Senate and like the police and things like that of the government, and then the white was like was like civilians. You know what I mean? And there was only certain places that you'll go to, like you'll go get a drink, like alcohol, and there'll be like a certain place that you can go that's for your demographic of Rome, right? But then they also had places where they also have places where they can share. You know what I mean? And the whorehouses with the heart and the barbershop sign, because it represented the red, the white, and the blue, that was letting everybody know that everybody can come here. This is open for everybody. Was the brothels, was the whorehouses. You know what I'm talking about? Did y'all know that? Y'all ain't know that? Y'all know now. That's where that heart shape come into play. Because when you bend it, when you put it down and put it flat, it looks like a woman's behind. You know what I'm talking about? If you hold it up, it looks like a breast. You look like you know what I'm talking about? Big voluptuous woman. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it looked like. Do you have it yet? Show the article or the pictures.
The article.
You don't have the pictures?
So when I search up pictures, it shows something else. It shows like all this other stuff. So you want to search up just heart shape. How was that heart shape? It's showing me a bunch of like.
But you just want
pictures of heart? You just want a picture of heart? Like.
No, something like this.
Ooh, how do you even...
I googled heart-shaped breast and went to images.
just literally what you got.
Heart-shaped breast and went to images. Man.
I don't know.
You said it's inappropriate?
Oh, one of them was. But they did find
See? That's not inappropriate. Don't leave it up on the screen so everybody can just watch it. You know what I mean? You have to put it up on the screen while I'm talking about it to just let everybody see what I'm talking about.
Oh, I found a good one though. That's not.
You know what I mean? All right, let's do that article first, real quick.
Oh, you said do the article first?
Yeah. Let's do the article first. That boy kept yard trying to show.
So this is the history of the heart shape. Also, widely recognized as a symbol for love and affection, the heart shape has evolved over centuries. In many, it may be hard to believe the double
scalloped
endogram with the V-shaped
ideogram.
It's like ideogram
or ideogram.
Ideogram with the V-shaped base hasn't been around forever.
It what?
It hasn't been around forever.
It hasn't been around forever. Everybody thinks it's been around forever, but it hasn't. Go ahead.
As these heart shapes are a constant in modern life. One of the most widely used emojis is the heart. How did this
Ubiquitous.
ubiquitous symbol, which shows up everywhere from text messages to fine art, come to be? It's like its evolution is unclear, but there are some theories. Heart shapes were used in decorative art by ancient societies. One of the oldest examples in an Indus Valley civilization pendant
Yep.
embossed with a heart-shaped fig leaf, ivy fig, and water lily leaves were all used in art and heraldry.
Heraldry.
Heraldry. Ivy is often used as a symbol of fidelity.
Fidelity.
Fidelity, like
Ira. Y'all know what fidelity mean?
Yeah.
What is fidelity?
It's sexual.
There you go. It was used like as a way of what would you call it? Not affection.
like how they do those love scenes in movies.
No, what do they call chocolate? Chocolate is like an aphrodisiac or some stuff like that. Something like that.
It's how you show love.
Yeah, no. Like chocolate is like, oh man.
They say the chocolate is for the heart.
Yeah, but chocolate is for the heart. But they say chocolate like helps. It's like a love potion. I forgot what it's called, but like chocolate is like no, not calm the stomach down, but like you give chocolate to a woman, it makes her hot and bothered. I forgot what it's called. Aphrodisiac? Is aphrodisiac the right word? I don't think it's aphrodisiac. Man, what's the word? I know somebody online know the word. Keep reading. Just keep reading. All right. It'll come to me.
Like so Sister Mouse Ross said concert and aphrodisiac.
It's aphrodisiac. Okay, yeah, it's aphrodisiac. You know what I mean? It gets every woman in the mood. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you do what I'm saying? Go ahead. It was a symbol of fidelity, a symbol of getting women in the mood, basically. Ooh. Go ahead. It
is possible that the plant symbolism contributed to the eventual modern meaning of the heart shape.
Right. So that because the plant that what everybody loves, you know what I mean? Like plants, the ivy plant, not poison ivy, but the ivy plant has properties in it that helps with fidelity. You know what I mean? What's up?
So Sister Masral said it means a food, drink, or drug that simulates sexual desire.
I've told you, aphrodisiac, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You know what I mean? It helps with sexual desires, right? Go ahead.
Another
botanical
theory involves
Cyrene,
a city-state in northern Africa, so well known for its production of
silphium,
a species of giant funnel with culinary and medical uses.
Medicinal
uses. That is heart-shaped seed pods were embolized,
emblazoned
on their coins.
All right.
So they put these things like on the money and everything.
Yep, they put the plant on their money because it's just like a Christmas tree. You know what I mean? It always, the plant represents something else other than than a plant. That's why I said medicinal. You know what I mean? Like they say weed is medicinal. You know what I mean? But I don't know nobody that had to take medicine every day, all day long. Go ahead.
Though to be contraceptive, silphium's association with sex might have caused their heart shape to become associated with love.
right? Because it helps with sex. You know what I mean? Silphium is helpful with sex. They have things like Viagra now. You know what I mean? They have all these commercials about Hims and Blue Chews and all that. You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Good. Some think the heart shape is a stylized,
Depiction, stylized.
stylized depiction of human anatomy, representing the curved shape of breast, buttocks, or
Genitalia.
genitalia.
I told you. You feel me? It's representing the breast, the bottom. Now, can we take a hold on that right there, real quick? Now, go ahead and show the people the pictures. I wish I could see it so I could be like, and you see right here.
All the way, other way. A little.
No, man, just don't worry about it. Just use your cursor and go ahead. I'm gonna let you teach it.
Oh, they can see my cursor on my phone.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the representation of the breast.
Yeah. Those hearts used to be at the beginning of whole houses in ancient Rome. Wherever you've seen a heart shaped, you feel me, with red, white, and blue, that lets you know that was a whole house.
You talking about like
a brothel?
Like on Assassin's Creed, I don't know if I played on Assassin's Creed. It's like that's the only time I think I remember like seeing one of those Assassin's Creed where like all the women are at and like.
You ain't never seen them in the movies? Old Western movies used to have them. Brothels.
Oh yeah, those big old places where you go in.
Yeah, and there'd be a whole bunch of women in there, and they be kissing and hugging, and you know what I mean, getting drunk, huh? Yeah, you feel me? Burlesque houses, brothels, and burlesque houses. Now we just call them whole houses. What are you talking about? The whole house, bro, the strip club. You know what I'm saying? Go in there, get a rubbing tub. Oh. That's why y'all not supposed to be at. That's not why y'all not supposed to be at strip clubs. All right.
No, I don't think I've ever been there.
Go ahead. Let's keep reading. Did you show them the pictures?
Okay.
All right, let's keep reading.
Others think it's inspired by ancient philosophers who believed the heart was the seat of the soul and the emotional center. The physicians such as Galen.
I
was like Galen. Oh, sound weird too. The 2nd century father of medicine, who described the heart as a 3-chambered organ shaped like a pine cone.
Right. You know what I'm talking about? He had it right. But the philosophers like, that's the seat of the soul. That's why now you be like, oh, I love her with all my heart. You know what I'm talking about? When your heart don't do nothing but pump blood. You feel me? Your heart don't do anything. That's why the Lord had it right. Your mind is your heart. You feel me? Because you love her with all your soul, with your heart, with your mind. You feel me? Everything you do, everything you think your heart does, your mind does it. It's not your heart, it's your mind. That heart is just philosophy, theology. It's the Christian church. Yeah. So not real.
So will we end up changing that? For everybody to know that this is really your heart and this is just the organ?
Yeah.
Pretty much we'll just call it an organ and this is really your heart.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna call your mind your heart, but that's what you love with. That's what you think with. That's what you do it. You can't do anything without your mind. You know, people that are brain, like your heart and your brain goes together. Your body and your lungs, your organs and your brain goes together, right? But cut off your oxygen, right? Cut your oxygen off, your brain won't last. You think what I'm saying? Cut your brain off, your body won't be able to breathe and pump blood. Because your brain tells your heart to do, your brain tells your other organs what to do, but then your other organs are supported. I mean, your brain is supported by your other organs. They're all important together. Because you don't get enough oxygen to the brain, your brain will cut off.
They can't ask about each other.
Yeah, they can't last without each other. You feel me? Like, like what can I say? What can I say? So the family organism, right?
Okay.
The family mechanism. There's a head, there's a man,
Okay.
there's arms and there's organs, which is like the woman, right? And then there's arms, which is like the children, the legs, so it's like the children. You know what I mean? Everybody has something to work with, something to do. You dig what I'm saying? Your arms can't move unless the head tell it. You dig what I'm saying? But what would be the possibility of having a head with no arms and no legs? It wouldn't be. You'd be Zordon. You probably know what Zordon is, Ira, but he don't know who a Zordon is.
So this is why the woman goes astray, because they can't operate without the head.
Exactly.
They go berserk.
Exactly.
Head
You dig what I'm saying?
is destroyed.
All right, let's get back to the what's in there.
Yeah.
Actually,
Keep on going.
yeah, go ahead.
Over
Go ahead.
time.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh snap! Is the camera good? I just hit it.
Go.
All right.
Over time, heart shapes remain popular in decorative. It's like in decorative art.
And heraldry. Ira, can you get that word heraldry for me? HER, huh? ALDRY. Heraldry.
Heraldry. The system by which coats of arms, and other armor bearings are devised, described, and regulated.
All right.
Army?
No, not an army. Arms like we used to have a crest for our shields. You know what I mean? Our shields, and they used to have our crest on it, but they used to decorate it with hearts.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because what man don't love butts, don't love breast, and you know what I mean? What man don't be like, ooh, you know what I mean?
But did not gain a strong connection with love until the 13th century.
Mm-hmm.
The medieval concept of courtly love led to more illustrations glorifying romance, often utilizing the heart shaped as a symbol for love.
All right, go ahead.
The first known depiction of a heart shaped as a symbol of love was in the
1250s.
1250s French manuscript, the Roman de la Porte.
There you go. I don't know how to say that. I don't speak French, but go ahead.
Okay. In which a young man holds his vaguely pine cone shaped heart upward and up towards his lady love.
Uh-huh.
Up until the 14th century, the heart was usually depicted upside down.
Right. That's why they always say, I live from the bottom of my heart. Because they say your heart is upside down. Yeah, they say your heart is in your chest upside down. So that's why they say, I love you from the bottom of my heart, meaning the top of your heart. But then that's not true. Sorry. That's not true. Yeah. No, that's not true.
Oh, I thought you were like, them loving them. That's not true.
You know, your heart's not shaped upside down. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, nice.
This
shifted in the 15th century as a heart symbol came to resemble what was used today and became a suit on playing cards.
Right. You got the Ace of Hearts, the King of Hearts. You know what I mean? Let's read the next. What's the name? And then we're gonna get to the next article.
Oh, the Catholic Church.
Yep.
The Catholic Church likes to point to Saint Margaret Mary
Accolades.
Accolades, 1673, vision of Jesus, scarred heart.
Sacred.
It's like a sacred heart. Oh,
Go ahead.
as the origin of the heart shaped, but the heart shape was already in use. The church's frequent depictions of this vision certainly helped
Popularize it.
The,
See, and if you see this is the picture of Jesus' sacred heart. Jesus' sacred heart. And you know what I'm trying to tell you, bro, there's a whole bunch of malarkey and BS behind it. Everything that the world celebrates and holds near and dear today is BS. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
well, it's more like they glorifying the dead. Bring like stabbing the Christian cross through it and putting the thorns on there. Like,
I don't know.
that's weird.
I don't know. Catholic Church and Christian Church has always been weird.
Oh, keep it going.
Well, yeah, let's go ahead because it's gonna show. It's talking about greeting cards now and stuff, and how it became a holiday of love and people, showing love and giving greeting cards and candy. Go ahead.
Okay. The growth of Valentine's Day established in 496 to honor the matron saint who aided lovers and performed sacred marriages. Helped promote the heart shape even further. Valentine's Day gained popularity in the 17th century when it involved simple love notes, often adorned with hearts. The Victorian obsession with elaborate greeting cards made Valentine's Day into a heart bed decked. It's like a bed decked
extravaganza,
a custom continued by modern greeting card companies today.
Right. You know what I'm talking about? So, you remember, you probably don't remember this, Capiar, because you was young. Y'all was doing text messages. You remember back in the day how your Uriah used to, write letters and stuff to your. You dig what I'm saying? I don't want to hear from you, Caviar. Y'all was writing text messages. Go ahead.
I mean, the teacher made us write letters, but we
No, we talking about like you like somebody.
Oh, I ain't talking about
Yeah, you had to be sneaky. I remember my thing. I used to walk by.
Who? You do it, you baby. Gotta open it and dump the pencil shavers out. You feel me? Oh yeah.
What? I know you're talking about the one connected to the table.
No, we're talking about the portable one.
You feel me? The little small ones, little small joints.
Oh,
Yeah, I got a fishy one at the crib. You feel me? That I have since I was doing my officer's test. Cause they have mechanical pencils. Nigga, I ain't had no mechanical pencil. But yeah, you used to write. That's why they can't talk to women no more. You feel me? Because they don't. You know what I mean? They ain't never had to use one of them good lines. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Now, like nowadays, women just be like, open my legs and have at it. Back then, you used to have to talk to a woman. You feel me? Like real talk and have a good conversation. And she'd be like, you feel me? What's up, Capiar?
Nowadays, I don't even think. Well, I mean, there's some schools that still kind of write, but they give you laptops now. You don't even have to write really down there.
See what I'm talking about?
Just texting like this.
Y'all in there with emailing. Y'all in there emailing homegirl. Cause back to my work. Oh, ding! You have mail. You dig what I'm saying? Back then, we used to have to write letters. Do you like me? Check yes, check no. You feel me? And then she'd take the letter and be showing it to all our homegirls. Look, girl. Yeah. Right, how you're right. Before you know, you be like, why, how you know about that? You feel me? Like, too. You know, talking about real talk.
Oh.
Real talk. But that's just that's just it. You feel me? But they used to do that back then with their women. That's why Shakespeare was so cold. You feel me? You feel me? Like what Romeo was saying to Juliet, boy, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, you feel me? He was gaming her up. You told Juliet is thy son. And yeah, you feel me? You dig what I'm saying? You feel me? They was on some real game type of deal. You dig what I'm saying? What's up?
I was saying, well, you could do it on the computer too, and when you not see your face,
Never mind.
then you just see your name, like, hi.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same as a love letter. You feel me? Drop it in a homegirl locker, boom, and she opened her locker like, what is this? You feel me? Oh, he like me. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the first article, History of Valentine's Day. Yeah, so let's get the real history of Valentine's Day. Now we got the breakdown of all the hearts and loves and things like that. Now let's get the real history of Valentine's Day and where it really come from. Because the Roman Church, Rome got everybody all discombobulated. No, it's the first one I sent you. It says history, the topics of Valentine's Day, history of Valentine's Day. See it? The history of Valentine's Day. It's going to go into the little history about Valentine's and where it came from in ancient Rome. Are you right? My bad. I ain't send it to you right. You don't even care. You like, man, so that's how your Rob was.
Yeah, about Valentine's Day, I know.
It's good to know the history about Valentine's Day. One day you're going to have to teach a history class about Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? You're going to want as much notes and as much articles as you want, as you're going to need. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody going to ask you about Valentine's Day. What about Valentine's Day? It's all about love and hugging and kissing and chocolates. And you have to bring these articles out. Hey, man, look. I'm going to tell you right now what Valentine's Day is about sexual orgies. In Rome. Oh my! I just tell the whole secrets. Really, every holiday in Rome was about sexual orgies. That's how they celebrated things. Just like now. I was watching a documentary on Netflix, and it was talking about how they have these masquerade parties in Hollywood, and they have sex parties and sex orgies in Hollywood. But that's what they do because, you know what I mean, they're rich and famous and they can have sex. You know what I mean? They was trying to normalize it. You know what I mean? About having big sex orgies and everybody switching partners and swingers and stuff like that. I'm just saying. You remember Cat Williams? Ira, you remember Cat Williams talking about that? Is that Professor Obi? Remember? Whenever you're ready, Capiar.
Valentine's Day occurs, like the history of Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day occurs every February 14th, like, across the United States and in other places around the world. Candy, flowers, and gifts are exchanged between loved ones, all in the name of St. Valentine, all in the name of St. Valentine. But who is this mysterious saint, and where did these traditions come from? Find out about the meaning and history of Valentine's Day from the ancient Roman rituals
of Lupercalia.
That welcomed spring to the card-giving customs of Victorian England.
Right. See, y'all didn't know that Valentine's Day was the actual Roman holiday of a god, and it was called Lupercalia. You ain't know that. See, you didn't know that. Go ahead.
The legend of Saint Valentine. Is that what they call
No, Saint Valentine was a person. Go ahead. It's gonna explain it.
them? Okay. Where did Valentine's Day originate from? The history of the holiday and the story of its saint is shrouded in mystery.
I don't know how your roster be going out there now.
We don't know that February has long been celebrated as a month of romance, and that St. Valentine's Day, as we know it today, contains vestiges of vestiges.
I don't know where you at.
Oh, below the picture in the first paragraph, it says contains vestiges. And the third to the last one. Okay. Contain vestiges.
Yeah, vestigious. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Google it.
Okay.
Hey, you heard that? Somebody hit the garage?
About the garage.
Something hit the garage.
Just went in the trash.
Oh, so is that.
What I was about to say, what is that scripture where it says,
Oh,
thou shalt not praise any other gods?
Exodus 20:3.
this the definition of vestiges, like vestige, actually. A trace of something that is disappearing or no longer exists. Another example: the smallest amount used to emphasize the abundance.
You don't need.
of beauty.
You don't need the sentence. You don't need the explanation. You just needed the definition. Something that is disappearing.
Okay.
Right. So when Christianity came about, paganism disappeared. So Lupercalia turned into Valentine's Day.
So one of the other gods that kind of disappeared, they kind of more.
Isn't it another scripture that says
Mm-hmm. I don't right now off the top of my head, bro. Come on up. Let's read.
Of both Christian and ancient Roman tradition, but who was Saint Valentine, and how did he become associated with this ancient rich?
Ancient right.
Right.
Go ahead.
The Catholic Church recognizes at least 3 different saints named Valentine or Valentinus.
See, so it ain't even just one Saint Valentine's. It's 3 of them. Go ahead.
Valentinus, all of whom were matron.
Yep.
One legend contains the Valentine was a priest who served during the 3rd century in Rome.
When Emperor Claudius II decided that single men made better soldiers than those with wives and families, he outlawed marriage for young men. Valentine, realizing the injustice of the decree, defied Claudius and continued to perform marriages for young lovers in secret. When Valentine's actions were discovered, Claudius ordered that he be put to death. Still others insist that it was Saint Valentine of Tyranny, a bishop, who was the true namesake of the holiday. He too was beheaded by Claudius II outside Rome. Seems like Claudius was trying to keep up the homosexuality tendons of Rome. Go ahead.
Okay. Other stories suggest that Valentine may have been killed for attempting to help Christians escape harsh Roman prisons, where they were often beaten and tortured. According to one legend, an imprisoned Valentine actually sent the first Valentine, greeting himself after he fell in love with a young girl, possibly his jailor's daughter,
Mm-hmm.
who visited him during his confinement. Before his death, it is alleged or alleged that he wrote her a letter signed for your Valentine, an expression that is still in use today. Although the truth behind the Valentine legends is murky, the stories all emphasize his appeal as a sympathetic, heroic, and most importantly, romantic figure. But the Middle Ages, perhaps thanks to this reputation, Valentine would become one of the most popular saints in England and France.
Right. Now let's get to the origins of Valentine's Day.
Origins of Valentine's Day, a pagan festival in February.
Right. Soon, yeah.
It is this article.
It's the same one on the history.
Yeah.
Damn, this is on my history document. It's crazy. So, while some believe that Valentine's Day is celebrated in the middle of February to
Commemorate
the anniversary of Valentine's Day of burial, which probably occurred around AD or
270.
Others claim that the Christian Church may have decided to place St. Valentine's feast day in the middle of February in an effort to Christianize the pagan celebration of
Lupercalia. So you know, at a time where paganism was dying and Christianity was coming into play, they wanted to make paganism. They wanted to make Christianity like paganism. So they started changing over the holidays, just like they did Valentine's Day. I mean, not Valentine's, just like they did Christmas and Easter, right? They did the same thing with Valentine's Day. They had to have a day for Lupercalia, just like they had a, you know what I mean, in the Christian church. Go ahead.
Celebrated at the
Ides
on February or February 15th, Lupercalia was a fertility festival dedicated.
What does fertility mean, Ayura? Okay, so it was a sexual festival. Go ahead.
Dedicated to Phanes, the Roman god of
agriculture.
Agriculture.
Right, so it was a day of sex that was dedicated to Phanes, the Roman god of agriculture, because the Romans believed that every time that you needed agriculture, go ahead, let's have a big sex orgy. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, you needed some healing? Let's have a big sex orgy. Oh, we're gonna have a new year of Janus? Well, let's have a big sex orgy. Go ahead.
Okay.
That's deep.
So, February 15th, Lupercalia was a fertility festival dedicated to Phanes, the Roman god of agriculture, as well as one of the Roman founders, Romulus
and Remus. Right, keep going.
To begin the festival, members of Luperci, an order of Roman priests.
So this is the Roman priest that was doing this. You know what I mean? The Roman holy man. Go ahead.
Would gather at a sacred cave where the infants, Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, were believed to have been cared for by a she-wolf or lupa.
A she-wolf, because you know the myth of Romulus and Remus, they were twin brothers and they was abandoned by their mother, so a she-wolf found them and took care of them. Go ahead. They were raised by wolves. Go ahead. And then Romulus killed Remus and then created Rome.
The priest would sacrifice a goat for fertility and a dog for
purification. Yeah. Go ahead.
They would then strip the goat's hide into strips, dip them into the sacrificial blood, and take to the streets gently slapping both women. What?
Women and crop fields.
And crop fields with the goat hide. See, so they slapping people with blood.
Yeah, with blood. Yeah, go ahead.
With the goat hide. Far from being fearful, Roman women welcomed the touch of the hides because it was believed to make them more fertile in the coming years.
I need you to keep reading.
Coming year. Later in the day, according to the legend, all the young women in the city would place their names in a big urn. The city's bachelors would each choose a name and become paired for the year with his chosen woman. These matches often ended in marriage.
But if they didn't, what happens when you pair a man and a woman together?
They get married? Like,
in our sense, they have sex.
okay.
That's what they do. You feel me? So they was auctioning men and women off to have sex.
But not to stay together?
No, not if they didn't want to. That's how they get down. Go ahead.
Okay. Lupercalia survived the initial rise of Christianity, but was outlawed as it was deemed unchristian at the end of the 5th century when Pope Gelasius declared February 14th St. Valentine's Day. It was not until much later, however, that the day became
definitively
associated with love. During the Middle Ages, it was commonly believed in France and England that February 14th was the beginning of birds' mating season, which added to the idea that the middle of Valentine's Day should be a day for romance. The English poet Geoffrey Chaucer was the first to record St. Valentine's Day as a day of romantic celebration in his 1375 poem, Parliament of Fowls, writing, "For this was sent on St. Valentine's Day, when every fowl cometh there to choose his mate."
Right, when every fowl comes to choose his mate. Go ahead.
Valentine greetings were popular as far back as the Middle Ages, though written Valentines didn't begin to appear until after 1400. The oldest known Valentines still in existence today was a poem written in 1415 by Charles, Duke of Orleans, to his wife while he was imprisoned in the Tower of London, following his capture at the Battle of Agincourt. The greeting is now part of the manuscript collection of the British Library in London, England.
All right. Yeah, so you starting to get it? The Lupercalia was a big Roman sex orgy that they used to auction off men and women together. You dig what I'm saying? Oh man, they still do that till this day. All right, now let's go to Cupid.
Cupid? Okay.
Yeah, the history of Cupid. Who is Cupid? Tell me you are.
Who is Cupid, and how did he become an official mascot of Valentine's Day?
Little naked angel babies. Cap be killing me when he bring that out. And Cap, little naked babies, angel babies with wings.
The mention of Cupid typically conjures up images of a
cherub,
like a cherub infant wielding a bow and arrow. But this wasn't always the case. Long before the Romans adopted and renamed him, way before his association with Valentine's Day,
right?
Cupid was known to the Greeks as Eros,
Yep,
the handsome god of love.
The handsome what?
God of love.
The handsome God of love. Oh, it's just but what about the love? The God of love. What about you know what I'm talking about? I thought, but see, that's not about love. You see, you don't have love. That's how that's how they get you. They try to get you with love. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, they don't love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All they love is their oppressors. Go ahead.
Okay. Cupid in Greek mythology. One of the first authors to mention Eros, Isupk, 700 BC, was
Hesiod.
Hesiod, who described him in Theogony, like as one of the
Primeval. Primeval. My bad.
primeval
Cosmogonic
cosmogonic deities born of the world edge. But later accounts of the lineage of Eros vary, describing him as a son of Nex and Erebus, or
Aphrodite,
like,
and Aries.
and Aries,
Okay.
or Eris and
Zephyrus,
or even
Aphrodite,
and Zeus.
There you go.
Who would have been both his father and grandfather.
His what?
Both his father and grandfather.
That's it. Now Greece. Now that what their gods be talking about. You know what I'm talking about? How can you be somebody's father and grandfather, Ayura?
Father having sex with his daughter.
Right, his father having sex with his daughter, because you know Zeus is like was the father of all gods. In what's the name? And Aphrodite was his daughter. You know what I'm talking about? So he had sex with Aphrodite and made Eros, which is the god of love. So Zeus was his father and his grandfather. Just disgusting. Go ahead. Just go ahead, dog. I don't.
Armed with a bow and a quiver filled with both golden arrows to erode desire and leading arrows to ignite aversion.
So he had golden arrows to ignite desires. He can make you love your woman and your woman love you, or he can give you a lead arrow to ignite aversion, so he can make you not like your woman and your woman not like you. That was the god of arrows. That's damn. Go ahead.
I'm just so confused how, well, I guess because people don't have the knowledge. So, like, but hey, yeah, this is my first, I feel like, Valentine's Day play.
No, I taught one last year. Hey, I don't know.
Was that you doing that time?
No, he came after. I taught this class by myself last time. It was just me.
But that's crazy. And then they even tell you like it's out there for people to know. And then it's like off there, you should know that Christianity is not true.
It's like this guy.
Yeah.
We throw this. What did Officer Karaf say? This Jesus. This Jesus. But all they have to do is go Google it. That's all they have to do is Google it. I'm gonna tell you how wrapped up I was and how brainwashed I was, brain dirtied. Right? Whatever. I'm gonna tell you. I watched a show called The Borgiers, right? And I'm sitting there looking at the guy depict Michelangelo paint Caesar Borgia as this guy. I'm sitting there watching it on TV, watching the TV show, watching it. And I did not put the pieces together.
But that's like they say in movies, you know, they put stuff in our face, but they say it in a nonchalant way that we don't think anything of it. We listen to our so-called leaders, and follow up behind them, and that's what they like. You know, Martin Luther King said, leads into the burning home.
We did that. He led us to the burning home. He led us to the burning home. He was the one that was there. That pushed for the integration of schools. He was there that pushed for all the integration and us being citizens and all. He pushed for that. Before that, we had our own schools where we learned our own history. You dig what I'm saying? Set apart. But him listening to Gandhi and not listening to the Bible and not listening to what the Bible said. Yeah, but he didn't. But no preacher believes in the Bible. Not one. All of them believe in everything else. They believe in Martin Luther King more than they believe in the Bible. Just like Martin Luther King believed in Gandhi more than he believed in the Bible. And I'm gonna let you know, Gandhi didn't believe in no nonviolence. He believed in nonviolence to his people. But then when he became a leader of India and became what would you call it? And became the leader, not a leader of India, but a leader in India, he turned on his people and became a tyrant to his people and started beating his people and putting people into slavery. You do what I'm saying? Or captivity. You understand that? Kepiar don't understand. He's like, look, you said a lot. You said what? I need y'all to follow with me, y'all. I need y'all to follow with me. You feel me? That's why that's why we need to put the video games down. You feel me? And the social media down and actually go read these things and do history and do research. You understand? Who was Bobby Rush?
Bobby Rush.
You know who Bobby Rush was? Oh no, you know who Bobby Seale is? What do you mean? You always talking about Huey Newton. How you not know who Bobby Seale is? He was his best. He was the right hand. They started it together. No, Bobby Seale. Bobby Rush was Fred Hampton's. Bobby Rush was Fred Hampton's number 2 in Chicago, Illinois. Yeah. So how do you not know these things? You think what I'm saying? Because you're not doing the history of it. You seen the picture of Huey Newton, said he looks cool. I want to look like him, but you never really did no research about him. That's what I'm saying. You're following blindly after somebody. You understand? They weren't Muslims either. They were just. No, I'm not gonna say they were for our people. They were just. They were trying to do something that was never done before. They were just trying to give an answer to the people. They were trying to do something. You dig what I'm saying? That's more than what I can say about what these brothers out here today. Perk 10, I just popped the Perk 10. Perk 30, I just popped the Perk 30. Perk 60, I just popped 2 Perk 30s. That's more than what I can say about these brothers today. You dig what I'm saying? And remember, Huey Newton wasn't nothing but your age when he started the Black Panthers. So was Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton was your. Remember, I showed you the videos about Fred Hampton and stuff. Fred Hampton was your age, talking like that. There's other ones like Stokely Carmichael. There's other brothers your age that was 21 in the 60s and 21 nowadays is 2 different 21-year-olds, bro. I'm sure they didn't, but hey, they wanted to be something in life. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Art. I don't even know where we at. Where it says arrows struck at the hearts of gods and mortals.
Oh, come on. Arrows struck at the hearts of gods and mortals and played with their emotions. In one story from ancient Greek mythology, which was later retold by Roman authors, Cupid arrows shot a golden arrow at Apollo, who fell madly in love with a nymph.
With a nymph. Okay, so a nymph, right? What do they call men or women that's addicted to sex?
saw men in the whoremongers
No. Because what if you have a wife and you just want to have sex with your wife all the time? Is you still a whoremonger?
Nah. I have no idea.
A nymphomaniac. Nymphomaniac.
Nymphomania?
Mm-hmm.
I think I know when I was going before. Told me. She really liked, yeah.
So read that one more time.
Well, arrow struck at the heart side. In one story from ancient Greek mythology, which was later retold by the Roman authors, Cupid arrows shot a golden arrow at Apollo, who fell madly in love with the nymph Daphne.
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 Right, go ahead.
But then launched a leading arrow at Daphne, so she would be repulsed by him. Oh, yeah.
Who's Apollo? Apollo is the sun god.
You don't want to do with the boots? Or something?
No. Apollo is the sun god. You ever seen that movie Troy? No. All right, never mind. Apollo is the sun god of a Greek sun god.
I might have seen Troy, but it's probably a long time ago.
Go ahead,
Okay. Cupid and
Psyche.
In another allegory, Cupid's mother, Venus,
who would be Aphrodite. Go ahead.
became so jealous of the beautiful mortal,
Psyche.
that she told her son to include Psyche to fall
to induce.
Induce. I was like, to induce Psyche to fall in love with a monster. Instead, Cupid became so enamored by Psyche that he married her, with the condition that she could never see his face. Eventually, Psyche's curiosity got the better of her, and she stole a glance, causing Cupid to flee in anger. After roaming the known world in search of her lover, Psyche was eventually reunited with Cupid and granted the gift of immortality.
Go ahead. This is just the myths of Cupid and Eros. And go ahead.
In the poetry of the
archaic
period, a rose was represented
as a studly immortal
who was irresistible to both man and God. But by the
Hellenistic period. All right, what's the Hellenistic period?
Hellen is from what religion? Greece.
Do we have the book bag here? Get the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. Y'all don't know what Hellenistic is?
It was the Greeks. Doing a Greek relation is not a Greek.
Hellenistic is a specific time of the Greeks. Look up Helen. Or Helen or Hellenist. Bring it here, bro. Whatever, bro. I don't see how you don't know a dictionary. Oh man, I don't have no glasses here.
Let me read it.
I think this is it right here, or maybe it's the next page. It's heathen. Right here. I need somebody to read it. I can't read it. I don't have my reading glasses.
Heathen?
Hellenist.
Hellenists, Jews who made Greek their tongue, and with it often adopted Greek ideas and practices.
All right, so when it says Hellenistic, the Hellenistic period is talking about the period where the Jews, where the Jews made Greek their tongue, which would be in the Apocrypha, around the Apocrypha, around that time when with Judas Maccabees and them. That was the Hellenistic time, and then in the New Testament they was already speaking Greek. They wasn't speaking Hebrew no more. So go ahead, Capiar.
In the poetry of the Archaic period, it's like by the Hellenistic period, he was increasingly portrayed as a playful, mischievous child because of his associations with love. 19th century Victorians credited with popularizing Valentine's Day and giving the holiday its romantic spin, began depicting his cherub
Version of Cupid. The cherubic.
This cherubic version of Cupid on Valentine's Day cards, in a trend that has persisted until this day.
Right. So at first, Cupid was a man that was able to. He was like Eros. He was able to. He was a god that was able to make someone like somebody or make someone not like somebody. You know what I mean? By shooting an arrow at him. And then eventually, later on down the line, he was they made him a cherub, a baby. You know what I mean? Like a little naked angel baby. You feel me? That can because they want to make it more commercial. You know what I mean? Where they can make more money off of Valentine's Day. You dig what I'm saying? All right, give me. Now we're gonna go into Lucius Verenius and Titus Pulo. Anybody ever heard of them? I know you heard of them. Capiardi was talking about them earlier. Cap Nash.
The two dudes.
Yeah, Lucius Verenius and Titus Pulo. They were soldiers. They were soldiers in the Roman army, right? And they were soldiers in the Roman army. They were homosexual and they loved each other and they used to have sex with each other all the time. And one day they was in battle, and Lucius Verenius ran out there in the middle of battle and was fighting valiantly. You know what I mean? Because he's homo. You feel me? So he was fighting for his love, the love. You know what I mean? And so he got hit and struck, and what would you call it, in his chest? Huh? No, it was. I think it was with a spear. With a spear, he got stuck with it. He got stuck with a spear in his chest. You know what I mean? So Titus Pulo came from the back, fighting valiantly to grab his lover's body and take him back to where he can back to the fort, right? Where he was telling them, well, now his heart is gone. So now he said, I'm going to pluck out my heart. You feel me? So I can die with my lover. And that is so valiant that all the other Roman soldiers was like, you know what I mean? That's like they praised him for that. They praised him for that, for him wanting to die with his lover. But I'm gonna give y'all some secrets right now about Alexander and his guy Hephaestion. You know what I mean? His sword bearer Hephaestion. Alexander was having sex with him. You ever seen that movie Alexander? Of course not. It's not fun. It's not a comedy movie. What about you, Cap? You ever seen that movie Alexander?
Alexander?
Yeah. With Colin Farrell. Well, there was a part in there where he was getting married to his wife. Alexander was, but then he had a ring on that Hephaestion gave him. And you know, a woman always gonna know when a man loves another man or loves another one. You know what I mean? So she was like, why you like? She was asking like why he spent so much time with Hephaestion and not no time with her. You know what I mean? And she was like, well, Hephaestion's my this, that. And she was like, no, you love him. She didn't want him to spend no time with Hephaestion because him and Hephaestion was his lover, and he was just the woman that was going to give him an heir. Make sense? Make sense? You ever seen that movie Troy? No, you never seen Troy either? It's not a comedy. You feel me? It's not a comedy. Troy is about Achilles, right? And Achilles had a 15-year-old cousin named Patroclus. It wasn't his cousin, it was his lover. That's why when Patroclus got killed in battle, you know what I mean? Achilles wanted Prince Hector's head. You know what I mean? And wasn't nothing gonna stop him from that. Achilles wasn't gonna fight no more. Achilles and his myrmidons wasn't gonna fight no more until Patroclus got killed in battle, and then that brought Achilles out to the battlefield because he was in love with Patroclus. That was his lover. Same thing with Julius Caesar and Brutus. I know y'all don't know anything about Julius Caesar and Brutus, but Brutus was the one that led the coup to kill Julius Caesar. He was the first one to stab Julius Caesar in the back. Literally, not figuratively. You know, Julius Caesar died on the Senate court, on the Senate steps, or inside the Senate house, because the senators led a coup against him to kill Julius Caesar. Because Julius Caesar was a general, he was loved by the soldiers, and he was loved by the people. Yes.
So is that when he's like saw them, he was like he just kind of gave up?
Who?
Julius Caesar.
Yes.
He's like, what?
Yes.
He just gave up.
Most of the men that went against Julius Caesar in the Senate, Julius Caesar put them in the Senate. They used to be soldiers captains and high-ranking men in his army, and he put them in the Senate. So everybody that stabbed Julius Caesar in his back was his friends and his lover, Brutus. Yes, it's rough, huh? That's not love, but Julius Caesar loved him, but Julius Caesar was the one popping him in the butthole. I'm just saying, huh? I'm just saying. All right, now, so the word we was talking about Eros, right? The goddess of love.
Okay.
What word does that sound like?
The goddess of love.
Mm-hmm. Eros. No, what is Eros? Eros. Eros. What is that?
Eros?
That's where you get the word erotic from. You get the word erotic from Eros. You feel me? Get the goddess of love. That's why when they have the little porn, what's the name? They call it erotica. You understand? I don't understand that. Give me Deuteronomy 23 and 17. I gotta go potty, bro.
Like you said, dude.
Deuteronomy 23 and 17. I gotta go potty. You know what? Go ahead and read that scripture.
You said Deuteronomy 23:17.
Don't read so fast.
Okay. What?
Oh man.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 17. There, thou shalt be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. Hey, you see it there? There's no whores. You see whores every day now. Good.
Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
There should be no what?
Whore of the daughters of Israel.
Ayura. On Valentine's Day, right? All the women go out, right? And they look for the gifts from the men and this, like that, right? Why? Why do the men give the gifts? So you can what? Right? Do the women, do the majority of women give it up? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they do. Oh yeah, they do. Becoming, now what is that called? If a woman gives up sexual favors for a, okay. Caviar?
I was like, sis, are you asking?
I know, you had your hand raised.
I was gonna say, so like, have you ever seen posts where girls are like these certain events come up and the girls are like, oh, gotta get myself a man, can't be single like on Valentine's Day, or can't be single on Christmas because someone gotta get someone to snuggle up with,
Yeah.
like that. And they be doing that just for that time, and then when it ends, they just like, all right, you got it.
All right. Excellent example. You read that one more time.
Oh,
What's up?
my sister said, yep, straight paying for it. Remember?
Who said that?
April Cornet.
All right. Say, yep, straight paying for it. I'm trying to tell you, that's what they do, bro. They ain't even got to pay for it, bro. You give them some flowers, candy, take them out somewhere. You know, they're gonna give it up that day. Somebody cared about me on Valentine's Day because they're brainwashed and mesmerized by the day. You do what I'm saying? They're mesmerized by the day. They're not mesmerized. They're not. What's up?
Would that not be considered as a prostitute because you're paying them for parts? If you think about it,
Read the scripture.
okay. There, this book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
What is a whore?
Kind of prostitute.
There it is. Somebody that gives sexual favors for something. Go ahead.
Okay. Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Sodomite. What's a sodomite?
Someone who's gay, or like a dude who likes another dude.
Ayura, give me the definition of sodomite. 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 Somit. Because that was a good example, but it's not.
It's just a sodomite, a person who engages in sodomy. So let's see what sodomy is. Sodomy is sexual intercourse involving anal or oral copulation.
Somebody that involves itself in sex. Right? There should be no sodomite of the sons of Israel. Right?
Oh.
So first it's telling women not to be no whores, and then it's telling men not to be sodomites. It's telling both. You feel me? It's cutting both of them for Valentine's Day.
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh, since you got lost like gay man, but no, you said no.
It's
really just someone engaging in sex.
someone engaging in sex. A sodomite is someone engaging in sex. Could be men or women. Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 18. Thou shalt not bring the hair of a whore.
No. Read that one more time.
Oh, it's like, so this is the different verses. So it's like, it says H-I-R-E.
That's not here.
Oh, hire?
Yeah.
Oh. Thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore.
You ever been fired?
Okay.
Have you ever been hired?
Okay. Okay.
Capiar, go back to English, bro, 101. You feel me? You go back to English, you know what I mean? When you first learning words, it's gonna let you know about hire, and you know what I mean? You gotta get the words right. Go ahead.
For the price of a dog.
No, start at 18 again.
Okay. Verse 18. Thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore.
Right, you shouldn't bring the hire of a whore. What is the hire of a whore?
Give them money. Give them trade for it.
All right, there you go. There you go. I was waiting for what? You shouldn't pay or give trade for sex. You know what I mean? I thought she was gonna let me down. I was like, dang. You feel me? Go ahead.
Or the price of a dog into the house of the Lord.
Right. Don't be bringing no whores to be my sisters. You know what I mean? Because if you lay down with her, you marry her, that's now my sister. You too, Caviar. You know what I'm talking about? And no white women. No heathen women.
I was trying to figure out the news.
What's up?
He calls him the swine, no swine.
Yeah, I call it swine.
Yo, boy, wow, boy. Hey, they both unclean. Go ahead, Caviar.
Into the house of the Lord thy God for any vow.
For any vow, right? What is a vow? If you don't know it, look it up. Go ahead.
Vow, a solemn promise.
Mm-hmm. What else? What do we call that?
Covenant. Or like
Mm-hmm. What else? I'm looking for a certain word.
a contract?
Nope. I'm looking for a certain word. When you get the oil put on your head, you get what?
Oh, an oath.
An oath. There we go. There we go. Go ahead.
For even both these are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Right, because this is an abomination unto the Lord thy God. A woman for hire and a man that's paying it. Both of those are an abomination to the Lord thy God. Go ahead.
Okay.
Or jump down to give me Deuteronomy chapter 12 or 30.
Okay.
Yep. First, you want to let them sisters not know, let the sisters and brothers know not to be no whores and not to be no whoremongers, right? Then you want to tell them about the Lupercalia because it's about the worship of another god, right?
This is the book of Deuteronomy.
Chapter 12, verse 30.
Chapter 12, verse 30. Take heed to thyself that thou be not snared by following them.
Right. It says take heed to yourself. You know what I'm talking about? That thou shall not be snared, right, by following them. What is a snare?
Like the snare drum?
No. What is a snare?
A trap.
A trap. A snare is a trap. It says, take heed to thyself that thou be not trapped by following them. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead. But who is the them that is talking about following?
Like who we not supposed to follow?
Yeah.
The other nations.
Yeah, because it's a trap. So the Lord is telling you, take warning in that to thyself that you don't be trapped by following the other nations. Keep going.
After that they be destroyed from before thee.
Right. After that, they be destroyed from before thee, right? Because you're going to be destroyed by following them. Did y'all know that? You knew that you're going to be destroyed if you follow these other nations? Go ahead.
And that thou inquire not after their gods.
And that you don't inquire after their gods. You feel me? Is that what you wanted, Ayara? That's not what you wanted? And that you don't be inquire, that you don't inquire after their gods. What does inquire mean? I'm asking you a lot of words that y'all don't know. These are simple words. These are simple words. These are English 1 words. These are freshman words. I gotta ask my niece these questions and she's gonna answer. She knows that you've been to college. College boy.
Say it again.
Inquire.
Inquire is like you inquire work, you take it up.
It's like investigate. Look at it.
Investigate. Search it out.
Don't search it out.
Yeah. And that thou inquire not after their gods. You don't search out their gods. You feel me? Because that's what we intend to do. When we leave Christian church, where do we go? No. When we don't go, when we leave the Christian church, where do we go? Like we stop going to be Christians, and we don't go to church no more. We're like, man, this is BS. Where do we go? No,
Muslim.
We go to Muslims. When we leave out, when we don't believe in Islam no more, where do we go?
Buddhism.
No. Nope.
Christian.
No. We already went to Christian. We went to Islam. No, we're not there yet. There's 3 main ones that we go to.
3 main ones that we go
There's
to?
3 main ones that we go to. There's Christianity, Islam, and there's one more.
Catholic.
No, that's Christianity.
Oh,
Nope. There's 3 big ones that we battle on the street all the time. Captain Tazariak battled these in a month.
Conscious community.
The what?
Conscious community.
Which is known as what?
Muslim.
No, Pan-Africanism.
Oh.
Because they go, it's Africa, brother. The mother Africa. We all come from Africa. Africa. We got to go back to Africa. We got to feed Africa. We got to love Africa. Well, there's brothers in Houston starving right now. You know what I mean? There's brothers in San Antonio right now, intense. Yeah, you know what I mean? Baltimore looks like a 3rd world country. Brothers die every day in Chicago over gang violence. Why do we have to keep going to Africa? Ain't they? If you believe that all black people are Africans, right? Baltimore is like 80% black. What about all those Africans? If you believe they Africans, you know what I'm talking about? You don't understand? You dig what I'm saying? But that's what we do. We search after their gods. You know what I'm talking about? We don't. And then after if you get past that, that brainwashing, then we start going into Krishna, Buddha. I'm just spiritual. Leaning onto their own understanding. You know what I'm talking about? Then we start going into those things. Worshiping after those other gods. But what is the one thing that all those religions have in common? I just stumped everybody, right? What is something
that they all have in common?
Yeah, what is the one thing that all those religions have in common? Come on, man. We've been talking about it all day.
They all divert from our culture.
No. Yeah, that is true, but that's not.
Oh God.
Nope. Yeah, that is true, but that's not what we're talking about. What is? We've been talking about it all day. It's going to come up tomorrow.
They're all about bringing everybody together.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's too. But I just, the first scripture I pulled up. Capriar, what was the first scripture I pulled up? Don't go to it. What was the first scripture I pulled up?
You shouldn't serve other gods.
No, that's not the first scripture I
That's
pulled
not
up.
the first
No. We've been talking about it all day, man. When I say the heart, what do you think of?
What the love of God is.
No. Yeah, that's what I pulled. What the love of God is, but it's always talking about love. Christianity, God is love. Islam, you got to love the black man, right? You got to love your black self. You got to love. Same thing with Africans. You got to love Africa. You got to love the Africans. It's all about love. You dig what I'm saying? And it's always unconditional love. It's always unconditional love. It's always, no matter what they do to you, gotta love them. What about loving the white man? No matter what he put you in chains, but yeah, that's old. You gotta love him. Same thing with Islam. You gotta love the, you know what I mean? You gotta love your brother. You gotta love this. You gotta love that. You feel me? Yeah, even the African. You gotta love Africa, even though they sold you to the white man. They always talking about love, 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 and it's always unconditional love. But in the Bible, the God of the Bible, his love has conditions. That's why he say, love not the sinner. He hated the sinner. You think what I'm saying? Like that's why I don't understand. You think what I'm saying? That's why when we brought that out that day, Kev was telling him, like, he was like, he told him, look how much these people don't love. You know what I mean? Don't care about the Bible. Read that again. Love not the sinner. Does God love sinners? It's not about the sinner. It's about the sin. You do what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, bro. Gotta love. Because they want God to love them, even though they're rotten, filthy creatures. Yes.
Oh, that's what Sister Consola asked. God loves everybody.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. You can say that too, but that, like, that's what they all believe in is love. You know what I mean? That's why when the Pan-Africanists tell a black woman, oh, black woman's God, after that her clothes got to come off. You said what? They're real active. I'm just saying. After that, the clear clothes got to come off.
Oh no, I'm talking about him.
No, I'm just saying. After they the black woman's God, their clothes got to come off. In Christianity, the Christian pastor does everything he can to take the woman away from her man and counsel his woman away from her man, so that way he can have sex with her. He does everything he can. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's always, the clothes has always got to come off.
And they teach it at a young age in the school system too.
About the clothes coming off?
Well, I mean, kind of in a sense, because they teach about the love and they kind of push homosexuality and all that. Really think about it, because you got men are passing out cards to men in schools. All that.
Ain't nothing wrong giving a card to my brother. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gonna give you a card with a heart on it that says love my, you know what I'm talking about? Be my Valentine and shit.
That's what I mean. Like, they be
I give you a card if you were sick, like, hey bro, get well soon, my nigga. You know, you know what I mean? Is there something wrong with that? Ira, is there something wrong with a card that says get well soon? You know, you feel me? It's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? I would actually like that if somebody gave me a card, get well, and a balloon. You know what I'm talking about? I used to love balloons. You feel me? And then when they start deflating, I used to have to hit them up so they wouldn't land in the hot lava. You ain't never did that. You ain't never put pillows down on the floor and pretend that the floor was hot lava and you got to step on the pillows to get to the couch. You ain't never did that when I was younger. Oh yeah, y'all probably had iPhones and stuff. You feel me? Video games. You know, feel me?
No, I did play with balloons.
Ain't nobody ever had to pretend the floor was hot lava. Ooh, mama, you gonna melt. You know, oh, you melted. And if you're a good parent, what do? Oh, I'm melting. Oh, you ain't gonna save me? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? If you dig what I'm saying? Hey, I used to have an imagination. You feel me? You ever been broke? You know what I'm saying? You got imagination, bro. Your friends used to play Star Wars with sticks. And you make the noise of the lightsaber. Wrong? Am I wrong? I'm saying, bro. Call that.
I used to like take sticks and act like they were guns, like out of Call of Duty or something.
Straight up, cops and robbers. You feel me? Freeze tag is still the best game ever I ever played. You feel me? When you got everybody together, or nighttime hide and seek. I ain't gonna say the other things because you know how you're out. We used to play. You know what I'm talking about when we was young, and it wasn't hide and seek.
So we would gather the town. Back in.
That nigga said the town.
And they would like go and ride around, like there'll be people riding around in cars, and then there'll be people just running out in the whole town. You could run out in the whole town, and we'd be hiding, and people would be driving around the cars, and then they come and, you know, try to get you.
Yeah, that's called KKK.
Sound very Edomite.
I bet. Wait. I bet you was the Edomites that was driving around and everybody else was running, huh?
Look at it.
Nah.
Yeah, niggas hiding behind trees in the swamps because it was KK. It was called the KKK and the slave catchers. It was called KKK and runaway slaves. Let's play. Y'all ain't never played that? Oh man, y'all gotta play KKK and runaway slaves. How you play that? We're the KKK and y'all are the runaway slaves. Run. You feel me? Go ahead, Caviar. Let's finish the scripture, bro, so we can go. I got to go. My General Hyman boys.
That thou inquired not after their gods, saying, how did these nations serve their gods?
Right. Don't be worried about how the Muslims serve Allah. Don't worry how the Africans serve Babuko. You know, I don't even know if that's the African name. Don't worry about that, because you know what I mean, it's always gonna be the Africans is going to drink blood and circumcise their women's vaginas. So I know it's crazy, but that's what they do. Put a plate and a bony on those. Is there somebody saying something online? What do you want, Caviar?
I mean, let's say, well, should we be worried more about trying to get our people off of serving these other guys?
I mean, what do you think? Should we? Oh, I know.
We should.
I know. Anything else? You sure? You sure? Because I don't want to say two more words and then you know what I mean? Are you teaching the class or am I teaching the class? No sweat. Go ahead.
Even so will I do likewise.
Right. So wait. Go back up.
How did these nations serve their gods?
Right.
Even so will I do likewise.
Right. Even so will he do likewise. You feel me? So he's gonna do like the other nations' gods do and not be there. You know what I mean? Because the other nations' gods, they don't be there. They be praying and praying and praying. That's why they think bat is food and horse is food. You know what I mean? That's why they're trying everything up under the sun what to do, but we don't have to try everything because we already know what to do. We just have to follow it. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 31. Thou shalt not do so unto the Lord thy God, for every abomination to the Lord which he hated.
Which he what?
Hated.
I thought the Lord didn't hate anything. I thought the Lord was just all loving and all seeing, and he just loved everything and everybody in it. And you know, I'm talking about the Lord hates the abominations and hate when we fall after other nations and hate when we do what they do. Go ahead.
Okay. Have they done unto their gods?
Right. He hates what they do to their gods. You feel me? Because they worship their gods with idols, and then. So in Muslim world, right? They don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, do they?
Muslims?
Yeah. Well, you know, in their stipulations in the Quran that they can that if there's no other meat around, they can eat the pork. They believe their body's a temple, but do that stop them from smoking cigarettes?
No.
You know what I mean? Do that stop them from beating their women?
No.
My point is actually, go ahead.
For even their sons and their daughters they have burned in the fire to their God.
Right. See, they're even showing their sons and daughters how not to believe into their gods. They're letting their children pass through the fire because they're not teaching them the right way of their gods. Even their gods, they don't teach them the right way. You feel me? So the Lord don't want us to be like them and teach our kids how not to serve the God, their God right. Go ahead.
Verse 32. What thing
soever
I command you, observe to do it. Thou shalt not add there too, nor diminish from it.
Right? That's what the Lord says. So whatever I tell you to do, you do it. Don't add nothing. Don't take away nothing. Just do it. That's it. Just do it. You feel me? Is that hard? No. Give me Psalms 96 and 4.
Okay.
And we're gonna end it right here. I'm gonna land my plane like they say on Clubhouse. Huh? Huh? Huh?
You said Psalms 96 and 4?
Yeah. I'm gonna land my plane right there. And it's like, all right, no sweat, brother. So the first thing about it is that she was oh no. What else? I thought you said you landed your plane. How you land your plane and take off again that quick? What? I'm trying to tell you, bro. I be sitting there listening like this nigga didn't even. He just said he landed his plane. Like he's supposed to be done. Mute your mic, nigga, and just listen.
Oh,
Boy, it be blood everywhere on Clubhouse. it be so many cuts. It be blood everywhere, right? Like it be cuts everywhere, bro. It look like Freddy Krueger was in that thing. Go ahead.
the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 96, verse 4. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods.
Man, the Lord is great and greatly to be. He's to be feared above all gods. No, they should be celebrating Lupercalia.
He should be feared above all gods.
What's coming up next? They should be celebrating Spring Break God.
He should be feared above all gods.
Hey, because the same spirit that's in Valentine's Day is and the same spirit that's in Christmas, same spirit that's in New Year's is the same spirit that's in Spring Break. Whole bunch of parties, sex, drugs, and hoes. Whoremongering. That's it. You think people are going to spring break in other places to go just party? You're going to spring break to go have sex with whoever they can have sex and be drunk and be like, oh man, I was drunk. I didn't know. That's why women drink so much. So they can have sex with whoever they have sex with it and be like, it didn't count because I didn't remember. I don't remember it. Hey, I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols.
No, some of the gods.
All the gods of the nations are idols.
Just Buddha, Krishna, and you know what I mean? You can serve whatever god you want to serve.
All the gods of the nations are idols.
They're all idols. Go ahead.
Okay. But the Lord made the heavens.
The Lord did what?
Made the heavens.
I drops mic. The Lord made what, Caviar?
The heavens.
The Lord made the heavens. Not these other gods. Allah didn't make the heavens. Allah never said he made the heavens. The Lord didn't make the heavens. Allah didn't make the heavens. Isis and Ra and all them other gods, they never said they made the heavens. Buddha never said he made the heavens. Buddha hasn't dead. None of them other gods have ever said they made the heavens. Because those gods are idols. They're not real. My God said, hey, look, nigga, I made the heavens. I made the earth. I made everything you stepping on. You breathe. I made that too. You know what I mean? The Lord said, hey, you want them them Gucci shoes? Yeah, I made those. You know, you like Gucci belts? Come on, sir. Come on, sir. I made those too. Oh. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you do what I'm saying? Hey, you like that garment Captain Zariak had on? Yeah, I made that too. I gave him the inspiration to make that shit. You know what I mean? The Lord made everything. You feel me? You like your car you drive? Yeah, I made that. You know what I'm talking about? No sweat. You're welcome. You feel me? On the bar. As the Lord was talking, you feel me? You do what I'm saying? Read that whole thing over again at verse 4. Start at verse 4. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I got to do it.
Verse 4. For the Lord is great.
The Lord is great. Go ahead.
And greatly to be praised.
Why wouldn't you want to praise the Lord? Why wouldn't you want to do what the Lord said? You know what I'm talking about? Because you're a drug addict. Because you're a whoremonger. Because you have sex with every guy for $40. Some of these women have sex with every guy for free. Go ahead.
He is to be feared above all gods.
No, he is to just be played with.
He is to be feared above all gods.
He is to be feared above all gods. Feared. Go ahead.
Verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols.
For all the gods of the nations are idols. Every god out there that any other nation worships and everything, like they're all idols. It's all fake. It's all fugazi. That's why they need prayer beads. That's why they need little statues. You know what I mean? That's why they need all these different things to worship. And that's why Christianity needs this guy. That's why Christianity needs this guy to worship. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't have a religion. They wouldn't have anything. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols. But the Lord made the heavens.
He made what?
Made the heavens.
He made that Apple computer too. He made these headphones. He made this nice liquor, the red wine, the scroll, these lions up here. He made the microphone. He made my phone. He made the Lashawan Kodash. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what we ran through everything. Washer, dryers, chairs. The Lord made everything. Huh? I said that. He made her too. He made my rib too. He made everything. Made your kids. He made those. I know you think you had a hand in making your children. You know, no, the Lord put the inspiration inside of you to put inside of your rib, so the baby can be formed and all that. You know what I mean? The Lord did the birds and the bees. You dig what I'm saying? The Lord does it all. I know you think you had a hand in doing something, but the Lord was like, you know what? Today is the day. Go ahead and go get your rib. You dig what I'm saying? Or he could have been like, nah, just chill out, pass out on the couch. You'd have been asleep. Yeah. You feel me? You dig what I'm saying? And with that, I pass the class to hippies. I pass the class to True Brian Roth.
It's like, so we don't do that? What? Play some little background music. Come on.
Like background music?
Or kind of like
I don't know, bro. That's not protocol.
Okay.
This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, number 18 through 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means a tenth in Hebrew, Masharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for a priest, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation, Prim, 14th day and the 15th date of the 12th month, Sunday the 5th March and Monday the 6th March 2023. You can find this in Esther chapter 9, 20 through 31. And remind Akim and Akret to check the bulletin board in the hallway if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And that concludes the ISUPK security announcement.
Oh man. Well, I think I'm gonna do a history class about the Warriors.
Oh, that'd be good, actually.
I don't know if y'all know anything about that. I don't know anything about that, really.
But with that, Imagine, I'm sorry, which means to turn and face the east. We're gonna read the Lashon Kundash in the Hebrew. It's like in the like you go to read the Lord's Prayer in the Lashon Kodash and or the Hebrew. Abanau, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malatvaka, Kaba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanael, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalakna, Kabawathna, Kasalakna, Kabawathina, Walala, Tabiayana, Balasai 1, Abal, Haishayana, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Kamalakwa, Wahala, Wata Para, Lai Lamim, Amen.
And this is the Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us for our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever so be.
All right, turn to face the front. And turn to the brothers. Give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Y'all give them the time. We're going to turn and face the sisters. Give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Atam Hashem Yahweh Shai. Y'all give them the time. Class dismissed. Oh, bam. Up a little bit.